Hello, thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. And on this training, I'm going to show you how you can create a new workflow rule to start automating some of the updates that you'll need to make to your records as you're powering through your calls at a rate of 60 to 80 dials an hour using PhoneBurner. Now to do this, we need to go to our setup section. So we're going to click on the gear. And of course, this is done in Zoho. And once in the setup section, I'm going to click on the workflow rules option under automation. And from here, I'm going to click on create rule. Now the first option here is the module. We need to identify what module is going to initiate this workflow rule. Now we're starting our calls from either leads, accounts, contacts, or some other custom module, right? But that's not what is kicking off the rule. What kicks off the rule is the actual call. So we need to come down here to the calls module. Everything starts from the call. Call happens through PhoneBurner. That needs to initiate the workflow rules to start updating the contacts or leads that are associated with those calls. Now we need to give the rule a name. I'm going to name mine PhoneBurner Training. And I'm going to give it a description as well, but totally up to you if you want to do that. Now let's go ahead and go on to the next step. And now we have our workflow created. We need to start adding rules to this workflow. So the first thing we need to do is decide, when will this rule be executed? When will this get started? And in this particular case, we're going to do it on a record action, not on a specific date and time, on a record action. Now this time I'm going to go ahead and leave this set to create. And the reason why is every time I do a call using PhoneBurner, a new activity, a new call activity will be created. And it's on that creation, when that activity is created, that's when I want this workflow rule to be initiated. If I then go in later on and I edit that activity, I don't necessarily want the workflow rule to run again. However, you may run into situations where you want it to be executed based off of the creation and or the editing of that activity, that call activity. But for the sake of our training right now, we're going to leave it set to create, and we're going to go ahead and hit next. And now we need to start building out our conditions, and I'm going to leave the conditions to their own separate individual trainings. So that's it for our training today. Make sure you plug into the other trainings to learn how we can take advantage of this workflow rule to automatically update those fields that we talked about. So thanks again, and happy dialing.